We have to begin cultivating that willpower, begin cultivating that faith within our own self. We're not going to be able to do that until we start being honest with what we don't need and what we do need. But the point is, I want people to know that we can really reset our minds. That's the point of the fast, right? And us cultivating a mindset of fasting. I want us to know that we can reset our minds. We can also reset our spirits. Those of us that have went through broken hearts, those of us that have went through letdowns and suffering from doubt because they have failed and failed and failed again, and they still trying towards a particular thing, and now their faith within themselves is shaky, right? That's a perfect time to reset the spirit, reset the emotions. So I wanted to go into more of the rewards and the benefits and why it's necessary, right, for all of us. I want people to also know that this is a non-religious thing, right? Right? Fasting is older than religions, right? So religions are practicing certain traditions that are older than them, and that's what you want from a cultural tradition. You want them to be practicing religions, or excuse me, practices older than them. So I wanted just to share that. Also, Ramadan is coming up, right? I wanted people that are also religious to know, right, better ways to fast that relate to Ramadan, that relate around it. So we can also know the benefits of the walk that we're trying to make, right? But yeah, people need to know that it's not a religious thing, and that all of us have the capabilities to fast, but we all also need to fast, right? So during this week, I'm going to be incorporating my fast. I'm going to be doing fast with people, right? I've been fasting for over 10 years and fasting every month, preferably around the full moon. So now I'm going to transition into fasting 4 times a month, right? And beginning with 2 times a month, right? So twice a month, I'm going to be fasting with people, right? And during those times before those or in between those times, I'm going to be walking people through their fast. And the reason I'm doing this, I want to document day by day what it looks like, right? So people can know, right? I also have a 3-day email course and challenge that's free that I'm also offering to anybody that want to do a fast, right? And during that course is also going to teach them different things. I'm going to incorporate videos, small little worksheets, keep it simple as an email, right? No other platforms people got to go to. Just keep it simple as an email and guide them for 3 days, right? But I want people to know what is going through the mind, right? When your hormones are detoxing, when you're going through hormonal withdrawal, right? I want people to know what's going through their minds and their spirits, right? When we're going through even the mental withdrawals, right? Withdrawing from our phones, right? Withdrawing from outside influence. I want us to really know what happens and why people stop halfway through. Some people can't get through 4 hours of fasting, right? We wake up and some of us eat within the first 4 hours, right? Some people can't get through 2 hours of fasting. We wake up and some people eat within the first 2 hours. So I want us to know what is going through the mind of the person that can't eat, or excuse me, that can't fast for more than 2 hours. What is going through the mind of the person that can't fast for more than 4 hours? They need to wake up and eat, right? Something is going through that mind, something is going through that body, and something is going through that spirit, right? And I want us to know what's going on. I'm going to document what's going on during this 3-day fast that I'm going to do with people, right? So they can know. They can know the challenges they're going to be up against, but also they can know the rewards and the benefits, right? What I like about fasting is that you get to reap the rewards almost immediately. Every day there's a new reward because you're climbing deeper into yourself, right? So every day there's a different reward. Some people that fast for example, for 7 days find it easier to do 7 more days, right? You then fast for 2 weeks, you find it easier to do 21 days, right? Because the fast begin when you stop even wanting the things that you're fasting from, right? So you never begin to want them again. This has to be another choice you have to make, something else you have to walk yourself back through. Eating, right? Reintroducing self, think different things to your mind, right? So I want us to know, that whole process. Introducing. So I'm going to also have the guide. I'm going to also have the guide. So they have a fasting journal, right? And a guide that guide us through it, right? The journaling process so we can know, right, what is actually happening to us, how we can transmute even low energies that we may not understand, like hunger, right? You're going to go through different things like jealousy, right? Anger, resentment, loneliness, right? You're gonna go through different things like feeling insecure, waves of insecurity and doubt as different emotions begin to expel from you, right? Yeah, fasts are also beneficial for people that are going through addictions, especially addictions, right? All of us, right, have our own different vices, right, that we need to fast from. So that matters. We need to be fasting from these vices, right? But addictions, those of us that's addicted to drugs, addicted to tobaccos, addicted to caffeine, addicted, right, to our overwhelmed dopamines, right, from constantly feeding ourselves just a bunch of different, right, a bunch of different things. Fasting is great for addiction because it re-gives you the willpower without offering outside influence. It reminds you that you are indeed strong enough, right? So this is why I'm going to do it consistently, a little more, increase mine to 2 a month, because I want to increase my strength and work towards 4 times a month so I can increase my strength because I'm working on my lengths of fasting, right? I want to begin my 30 to 45-day fast by the year, right? I want to sum up most of the fast that I do in the during out the course of the year every month. I want to sum that up into a grand time, right? And have smaller fasts in between that, because I won't require so much food, right? So yeah, that's what I want to speak on, fasting and how that's important to be the first step as we transition, right? And begin to establish new routines and rituals with ourselves. We have to begin cultivating that willpower, begin cultivating that faith within our own self. We're not going to be able to do that until we start being honest with what we don't need and what we do need, and then start cultivating the courage to put it away, right? Even if it's for 8 hours, even if it's for a day, even if it's just sitting the phone down, right? That requires spiritual and mental strength. So that's what we fortifying the mind for. That's what we getting from fasting, right? Um, I want to also go into partnerships, beginning partnerships, why partnerships matter, right? Why partnerships and working with other people is going to determine your net worth, right? Because the more people you work with, the more value, right, you are creating in people, and also the more value that you can offer in reference of your service or product or whatever you offer in the marketplace,